Hello, my name is Kylee. I'm currently an undergraduate in applied math, but today I'm going to be presenting on learning from medical ethics education, and specifically the hidden curriculum and how this applies to engineering ethics education. So, hidden curriculum points to the combination of implicit messaging that over time shapes students' professional ethical identities. This concept can be especially useful in creating ethics intervention and assessment tools that are more effective. Um, Despite ethics being integral to the identity of engineers, we have seen what is called a culture of disengagement. Aaron Chech's work on engineering education has found this culture. Chech argues that engineering students' interest in public engagement and welfare actually decreases over the course of their education. The implication being that disengagement could be an unintentional learning outcome, even if implicit and even as it contradicts explicit teachings. This is one data point of discrepancies that point to a larger story about students learning about ethics. The work of Robert McGinn highlights the gap between intended and actual learning of engineering ethics. Our goal is to identify lessons from medicine and ethics education that are useful in applying the hidden curriculum framework to the teaching of engineering ethics. Our goal was to move to a broader study of engineering ethics education. We aimed at literature on educational enculturation and explicitly hidden curriculum. This literature also included interviews and surveys of students directly. The PubMed database was used to single out the words hidden curriculum and ethics. There were 84 results, 70 of which were chosen for review based on access and language. These 70 papers were then read and reviewed. We coded based on the type of publication, how hidden curriculum was defined, and then how it was used. Overall, there was consensus in the literature that hidden curriculum entered into the medical ethics education literature in the mid-1990s. Hafferty and Frank's 1994 article theorized a distinction between formal medical curricula and hidden curriculum. Normative beliefs and values within medical communities are critical determinants of physicians' identity. Hidden curriculum was viewed as fundamentally neutral, but could have been negative or positive on the development of students depending on the context. However, hidden curriculum's use in the literature has drifted from its original use. There are two primary uses, either as a sum of interpersonal dynamics, modeled behavior, and/or ambient culture of medical practice, or as the assumptions embedded in an organization. This involves professional codes of conduct and ideological frameworks. At least 21 of the reviewed articles focused on the latter, but the majority treated hidden curriculum as a negative influence or an obstacle to overcome. At least 19 acknowledged the potential for delivering effective ethics education through the hidden curriculum. The implications for engineering ethics. Engineers are already ethical individuals who do not need ethics to be injected externally. Rather, they need exposure to the ethical ideas already present. These ideas can come from personal experience and the hidden curriculum that is laying into formal learning. Ethics education needs to be considered a way of professional formation rather than a set of skills to master. Ethics learning occurs more than just codes of conduct, codes of ethics, ethical theories, and decision-making tools. Educators need to be aware of the broader cultures that ethics teaching takes place in. For example, ethics is often brought up as behavior to avoid consequence without exposing the positives. Students do not realize the full scope of ethics and how it contributes to their identities as engineers. Educators could expand the notion of ethics education to include informal settings such as internships, co-ops, field sessions, role modeling, and mentorship, which has shown promising results in the medical ethics education literature. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Here are my references and acknowledgements for this work that I've done. I did not do this work alone. It was in conjunction with Chin Zhu, Dean Newsma, and Stephen Ray. So big thanks to them and to the contributions that they made to helping me with this work and helping me develop the skills to be able to do this and this research.